Hello, beautiful souls. How y'all doing? Welcome to Brainy Twin Gemini. If you're new, welcome. We would love for you to be part of our soul tribe and our loving vibe. If you're returning sub, thank you so much for all your love, your likes, your comments, the sense of community on our channel. It truly warms my heart to the bottom of my heart for all of your trust, and I care and appreciate you all so very, very much. You all, your blessed souls, are the reason why I do what I do every single day. I'm a messenger on this journey, and I'm delivered signs, thanks, very powerful messages, and I firmly believe these messages are meant for your beautiful, beautiful souls. I write everything in a journal, and I strictly flip cards out of my own entertainment purposes because the cards always resonate with the energy in the journal. So before I go over what's in my journal, I just want to say a few things, because there's been some stuff circulating, and everything I do, if you know me and if you've been following me for quite some time, I do channel everything in a journal. This is just a small portion of what has been written. I have a full box with, I would say, a couple of thousands of pages of messages when I was endeavoring this journey with my twin while I was in physical separation. And that's when it came to me, whomever delivers these profound messages to me, and I'm sure you can all figure out where that comes from. I was meant to be a messenger on this journey and debunk some of the myths and some of the falsehoods, and take down some of the predators that are out there. And the one thing I do want to say is I've been doing this since 2019, and some people have been taking my words, which is all documented, by the way, and spinning it into their own. And I don't care if you want to take my words, but please acknowledge me for those. I don't really feel it's fair for you to take my content. And as I said, this is just a very small portion of what I've written. And I've never researched anything on Google. This has all come to me by the power of divine. So that's just something I just wanted to say. I wanted to get that off my chest, I guess, so to speak. So now to get to the message, and I always leave certain things out for the element of my own surprise. As I said, this is merely for my own entertainment purposes, and when I share this with my twin afterwards, I bring the cards out, and he knows I write in my journal every single day, and I show him, and I just say, like, I can't believe how this stuff comes out. I just cannot, because it's meant to come out that way, meant to just come with truth, and that's all I merely want to do, and it's all because of you, and thank you so much. So the numbers that I've been seeing, and it's kind of obscure, and I don't normally see these ones, is 999 and 777. And again, I don't look for them, but 999 is a representative of a new beginning. I put out a special message yesterday because of some form of interruption, some karmic chaos. And sometimes I'm pushed, even though I don't really want to do the message, I'm pushed and pushed and pushed until I actually do the message. So 999 is a representation of a new beginning and endings. Like it's over. 777, you're in sync with the universe, and it's beautiful. And what I have is, so I have new beginnings. Forgiveness has the power to change your future. So what does that mean? Some of you are, sometimes I feel like this is a very difficult journey, and it can almost feel narcissistic, and because of the way things end. And you just have to forgive. And another thing I have here is faith, remain in faith, and your self-awareness is coming, and practice walking the path of your self-awareness and ascension. So many of you are ascending to higher vibrations, higher elevations, and a communication of love is forthright or forthcoming. So it's beautiful. I love it all so much. You are not insane. This truly is, the journey. And, when I was endeavoring the journey, I felt like I was clinically insane, but there was a love within my soul, which is hardly explainable, that I couldn't I don't know. I just couldn't, I don't know if come to terms with is the right way, but I just could not shake that feeling of unconditional love that I had for my twin. And then, it is a journey of so much, and it is a beautiful, beautiful blessing and a gift. There are some misguided, souls out there, and it's sad. And, no one can tell you that you're on this journey except for you. So much more to this. It's not what some others say, like it can become a healthy obsession, but what it's meant to do is it's meant to turn you into your true, authentic you, the best version of you, and for you to love yourself. So I'm going to do what's in the masculine's heart space as of the moment. I do 4 cards, 4 being my birth number, and I'm just going to call out for 4 cards, please. And this is, if it's 3, I'll take it. I cannot believe this. Sorry. See, like I seriously do it for my own entertainment, because I can't believe how this stuff comes out. Like, I almost like want to hyperventilate because it's too much. Like, it just freaks me out. Like, okay, mask. So, the masculine energy, as it is right now, is the mask is coming off, and that's it. It just totally, completely resonates with you're in sync with the universe, getting to your true self. Your true self is peeling away the layers of the mask. It's like a false identity. It's not who you're truly meant to be. And this explosion has forced them to look at themselves and do this soul searching and just get to their true, authentic self, and they're aligned with the universe, and it's beautiful. And the mask is sometimes that nemesis or venom of the ego. And you just peel away the layers of the mask, the ego, almost like an onion, until there's nothing left, and you're right to the core of who you're truly meant to be. Intuition, very, very strong. The masculine energy is, both of you actually, when you come into each other, you I don't know, you spark this intuition, and it's amplified. It's like it's on steroids, and you just have this you're very, very in tune with yourself, your inner guide, and your gut. Intuition is generally that, and they're coming into the truth, and they're trusting their intuition. Their intuition has been gnawing away at them for quite some time, but they've been caught in this interference and this low vibration, and they haven't been listening to their intuition. But their intuition is very high, and they know, and their intuition is telling them that this is unconditional love. And it's a love, as I just alluded to, that is not easily, you're not able to articulate it into words. It's unconditional love. Unconditional love is at the soul level. It is loving freely without ask nor condition. When you come into each other, you open up that gift of unconditional love, and you navigate your journey with unconditional love. You have ups, you have downs, you can go sideways, whatever it may be. But the masculine energy has unconditional love, and feminine, you have unconditional love as well. And what is that? You continue to love, despite whatever obstacles or interference is in your path at the present time, at the moment, you still love. And that's unconditional love. And you're meant to walk the path of unconditional love. And I cannot believe this says communicate love in my journal, which is always going to be unconditional love and divine door. You're sinking. The universe is sinking, and it's divine that's causing these sinks. And you're both walking the divine path that you're meant to walk. And you're navigating your back to each other in this dimension. And again, I always say, no two journeys are the same. No one's right, wrong, or indifferent. Only you know within your soul, in your core, what this journey entails. And it is that door is closed, but the door is slowly opening as you navigate. And I'm telling you, there's parasites and bottom feeders out there, and they're actually making you doubt who you truly are meant to be and what this journey is. And please just trust your own intuition. Nobody can tell you this. I always say, and sometimes I'm sorry if I do repeat myself, when I first came into the beauty of the blessing of my beloved, I don't know what caused me to do this. I've never done it in my entire life, and I've never done it since. I went to a psychic, which I don't actually believe in. I believe there's visionaries. I believe people have, visions and things come to them and messages come to them, but they can't predict your future. And sometimes when you do that, you manifest what they tell you into the universe, and you actually change the path of your journey. And she said, no. And I was very upset about it. And much of the things that she did say were not true anyways, but I was vulnerable. So I listened, and she could not be the furthest thing from the truth. So be careful, please. Trust your intuition. So if the masculine could say anything to the beautiful feminine, what would it be? Oh, no, sorry, these ones here. And because I grabbed those, I am going to do those next too. So you're going to get 2 messages from the masculine today. Nothing is a coincidence. And if some of you are doubting it, read up on Aristotle and Plato. Aristotle, however you pronounce it. They have it goes back, I think, a couple of thousands of years about souls splitting in half. And if you're looking for answers, that's a nice way to start, to give you some satisfaction. Cannot believe this. Okay, I have surrendered to oneself in our love. That totally resonates with the mask, the layers coming off, the unconditional love. It's beautiful. And they have surrendered, and they haven't, to be quite honest, I don't know why this message is coming, but they come when they're meant to come. The universe can be quite cruel sometimes, and it pushes you into a path that is almost scary. And they, you go through so many things, and to surrender to oneself is the greatest gift you can give to yourself. And the masculine energy wants you to know that. Super. Absolutely. I've tried to text you so many times, but I cannot find the courage to hit send. And why is that? Because there's this overwhelming feeling of regret, because they never meant to hurt you, and they lack the courage because they fear the rejection. The ego is one of those nemesis in all of our journeys of life, and overthinking and overanalyzing and seeing things that are not there. But they have picked up the phone so many times. They've wanted to reach out, but they haven't they can't just hit the send button. It too is truly for your own protection. You cannot come together until you are completely healed. I cannot believe this. I have this written down. I'm ascending to higher consciousness. I put Ascension in my journal. There's so many cards here. I flip, I shuffle. I just don't know how they come out. Well, I do know how they come out. It's truly divine. But they are ascending to higher consciousness. They're getting to the true sense of who they are, their higher self, their true self. The mask is coming off. There's so many things. And I know that this is a past life connection. So the masculine has been there's this deep sense of familiarity, and they've been dreaming, and they've been having all sorts of dreams about you. But it is historical times, like thousands of years ago. And they know that you've met in a past life before. So all this knowledge, this wisdom, and this truth is coming to them, and it's beautiful, and they want you to know this. And I love it, and I love it also very much. So I went for these first, so I'm going to give you another message from the masculine energy. And this is always in the moment. Anything can change, dynamic change. So I'm going to ask for 4 cards, please. Thank you so much. I cannot believe this. Okay. And it's too many. This is a message for you, beautiful feminine. Merely just energy. We are all energy. Okay. Truth. Again, the masculine energy wants you to know that they're coming to some truths that, you know, in the last, I don't know, this energy is, you know, there was like some lies and deceits exposed, but that leads ultimately to the truth. But they're coming to their true self and the truth of who they are and who they're meant to be. The truth of past life connections. The truth of unconditional love. They're being slapped silly with all these truths, and they want you to know that, and it's beautiful. Angel, I resonate this card with, you are divinely protected, divinely guided. There is always some sense or force of divine universe helping you guide the way, whether you resonate it with an angel or however. I firmly believe that we all have angels in life, and sometimes these angels are the ones that deliver these messages to you, these signs, these things. But lastly, the masculine energy views you as an angel. You know, when you've met, there was too much going on in their life. There was too much healing. There was too much disruption. There was too much interference. But as divine moves all of the interference away from the masculine, they feel like you came in and just changed their life in a way that not too many people have been able to. You've touched them very deeply, and it's beautiful. And anger here because, as I said, some of you may be feeling that residual of the karmic chaos, the blow up, the ending. There was a lot of anger. You may feel that in your energy field, and the masculine energy wants you to know they're not angry with you. Sometimes you could be just going about your day and you'd be shopping and you get this like overwhelming rage, and you're not even a person that has ever felt that type of rage before. It's the energy, it's the eruption and the disruption, but they're not angry at you. And lastly, free will. We've all been given the gift of free will. Free will is we can choose to make and do our own decisions as we please. And nobody can force the arm of someone else's free will. And they have free will. And, you know, some of them made some poor choices. But that's their will, that's their free will to do as they please. But they want you to know that. You cannot manipulate the will of somebody else. And this is a gift that's been given to all of us. You know, free will, and it's beautiful. So, what is the overall message of this beautiful connection? So this is overall message. This is for both twins, worldwide, collective. I had, you know, when I first started out on this journey delivering messages, I felt I could feel energy from across the world. I'm in Canada and I have a very dear, dear friend in Australia, and we could feel each other's energy, and we knew exactly what each other were thinking, and we were how far away, you know? I think it's 15 hours time difference, so it's just crazy. So what's the overall energy? Overall energy. So I'm going to ask for 3 cards, please. And I know some of you ask, no, I don't do messages any longer. I simply I'm working full-time. I can't believe this. And I'm working on a documentary, and I do this for you each and every day to hopefully help you. Inner child. There's some of you that has some inner child work to do. It's the first and most important thing to do is acknowledge your inner child and acknowledge that the inner child has been hurt. We tend to subdue and push this child down, and we don't acknowledge some of the trauma in our past childhood and write it down, say, and heal that inner child. And unfortunately, it's very, very disheartening that so many of us in this world, this earth, have trauma as a child. But it almost defines who you become as an adult. And it truly is not who you're meant to be. So there's that child, that inner child, that's screaming out and crying for healing and acknowledgement. So some of you had some work to do there. Kundalini activation. It's many of you are going through that right now, and it's kind of crazy how this came out, because I always forget stuff, but I think I'm meant to. It's because it's not orchestrated, it's all live, it's all real. So the communication is the throat chakra and the communication of love. And ironically, I was just saying to my beloved before I came in and did this message, I have a few chakras that I've done. I've done the root, the sacral, the solar, the heart. And I was saying to him today, I want to get the throat done and the throat chakra meditation done today and published tonight at some point. And it's just crazy how that comes out. Rebirth, new beginning. I love it so much. You're rebirthing and you're shedding, you're morphing into who you're meant to be, getting up, peeling the layers of, getting that mask off, and who you're truly meant to be. And that's a rebirth of you. There's a death of a cycle that just happened, and it's a rebirth and it's a new beginning. And sometimes, the cycle, it's just ending, and there's new beginnings, and I love it. And denial. So as I alluded to at the beginning, some of you are in denial. You're not trusting your intuition, your inner guide. You're listening to the voice of others. You have to trust and believe in you. No one can tell you that you're on this journey. And regrettably, as I said earlier, I learned the hard way. The only reason I did that is because I couldn't come to terms with the love I felt. I was in a marriage. This was after my marriage ended, by the way. For over 20 years in a relationship with this person for 24. And I never felt this way. So, that's why I did what I did. But I always knew in my soul that we were meant to be. And we were navigating much of our life together, looking for each other, yearning for each other. And ironically, even to this day, we talk about things and he would say, you know what, I think I was there. We didn't live in the same city, but we went to the same venues. We went to so many things, so many things. It's uncanny. So I think the universe sometimes puts you there with each other in so many times in your lifetime, hoping that you will connect, but you don't, for whatever reason. I have no idea, but don't deny yourself with the love, and love unconditionally. So beautiful, beautiful. Love it so much. And I'm going to give you one other message here, and these cards here, and this is overall energy as well, which I love so much. Beautiful, beautiful cards. And I'm happy to say that my beloved is creating some music. He plays everything. The drums, the guitar, the piano. And he's hopefully going to be composing some stuff so I can play that as my background. I cannot. I cannot. Okay, I'm going to ask for 3 cards, and if it's 3, I'll take it. It is. Alright, and we just went over the Kundalini and adjacent possibilities. So again, the angel card came out, and this angel of love card is coming out, and you are divinely protected, as I alluded to, and it's more than likely the angel of love helping you navigate back to a place of unconditional love. It's easy to get away from that, but there's always that protection for the two of you. Always. And sometimes you truly have to be true to yourself. The truth card came out. You have to be true to you. Are you making the right choices? Are you in drama? Are you in low vibration? Because if you are, there's your answer right there. You have to do good by you. 3rd chakra, I cannot believe this. It is the solar plexus, and it's located just above the belly button. It governs the pancreas, the spleen, the gallbladder, the nervous system. It is the center for emotional sensitivities and issues of personal power. When developed, it improves personal power, energy, and effectiveness. And this is so beautiful. Many of you are standing in your personal power, and your energy and your just personal power, and it's beautiful, and I love it. And if you feel like you're having a little bit of fog, listen to that meditation video, even if it's for 10 minutes, and just clear that fog, that mind fog, heart fog maybe. Action 17, communication of love, action. There's so much action going on in general, endings, beginnings. There's a ton of action happening. Sometimes it's not visible to you, and sometimes it's not known, and it is for your own protection, but there is action. The divine is working behind the scenes to make things happen, the action, and I love it all so much. And 24 adjacent possibilities. There's so many doors, and there's so many pathways in our journey of life in general. And sometimes you go through the wrong door, but you'll learn very quickly that that's not the path for you. And I feel like the door that's opening is the divine door, because the divine door came out. And you're just navigating towards each other naturally, energetically, without even really realizing that you're doing it. And it's beautiful. And I love it also very much. So, I am actually going to give whatever falls out of this deck. These are wisdom, and I love them. I just love them all. They're just pictures, They're pictures, and they resonate with the energy and the journal, and they always say a picture is worth 1,000 words, right? So let's do this. Whatever falls out, falls out. I never normally do this, but I trust them. So one did fall out, and this came out yesterday, and it's too much. I can't, it's number 19, flexible. Flexible. This is a journey of flexible. You have to learn to forgive, be flexible, unconditional love. It's tough, and you are not losing your scruples. You're not losing your mind. I'm here merely as a messenger to help you understand, because there's so many people out there, that interference, the bottom feeders, that just truly destroy what you feel is real. And I am a living example of this. I'm a finance professional in management. I met this individual. I went through an abrupt awakening process, Kundalini, psychosis. I had out-of-body experiences. This stuff is real. It's not make-believe. And at the time I was going through it, I thought I was really truly losing my mind. But then I have all of this wisdom, messages, knowledge, guidance, prophecy, visions that allowed me to navigate back, and most importantly, to give you valuable messages of the truth. And that is it. And so just be flexible, have faith. It's meant to bring you closer to your faith, not further away. And if it's moving you further away from your faith, then it's moving you further away from your twin, believe it or not. And some get stuck in that rabbit hole. You know, it is truly meant to bring you closer to your faith. And there, again, there's no definition of what faith is. It's what you believe in. And as long as you believe in something, that is your faith. So that is what I have. And I have one more loving message for you to take on this beautiful day. And something just comes to me right now, and I don't know why this stuff comes to me. And there's people out there that don't support whatever this love is, and that's on them. But Jesus he walked the path of unconditional love, and when he was in this state of 40 days and 40 nights of not eating, he thought there was hallucinations. And sometimes when you're on this journey, you can go through that psychosis and have these hallucinations and out-of-body experiences, all sorts of weird, kind of funky things. I did a video in, I believe it was on Easter Sunday, and there was a shadow in the water, and I swear it looked like Jesus. Go back, I think it's a couple years ago. Okay, and this last message: my love is like an ocean, forever longing for your shore. You are an eternal ocean of love. I close my eyes and my heart is filled with rose quartz light. And here we have some rose quartz. I always used to sleep with this under my pillow. I know I'm kind of a little bit corny, but it's as deep as the ocean. You are an eternal love. The soul is eternal, and your love is eternal and unconditional. So that's what I have for you today, beautiful, beautiful souls. Again, thank you all so much for all your love, your support. I love how you support each other on this channel, your comments, your likes, your subscriptions. If any of this resonates, just hit the sub, the notification bell, and comment. We love to hear your comment. Have a beautiful day, folks.